Hello, everyone. Welcome to Vex Warfield. I am Vex, your host, and tonight there's so much negativity. So much. I figure I'd do something to combat it, at least in a little way. So, we're going to throw this up here and get this started. Anyway, while we watch this, listen a little, let's talk about all the stuff. Yeah, whatever. Actually, nothing in specific topics except for negativity itself and all that is attached to. Now, in our world today, you have to admit, we have an overabundance of it. So we have to take time. We have to be calm. Because we all know, rationally, that you don't make very good decisions whenever you are negative. Or even mad. I've had to learn this the hard way myself. Lots of anger in this kid. But after time, and after a lot of years, I learned to calm myself before I got myself worked up too badly. And that has helped me a considerable amount. Anger used to be my driving force. And I realized the effect it had on the people around me. Not then. Well, in a way I did, but not quite. But it had an effect on everyone around me. Anger is a powerful emotion. It can radiate from you. Hey, Susanna, welcome. It can radiate out from you and affect others at a significant distance. I mean, I'm sure lots of people have gone to a party, walk into a big group of people, and know exactly who's angry and who's not. I mean, you can get around people and feel it and not even notice that you're feeling it. It's possible. But this is something that affects everyone. All the time. And it's even more so now. We must learn to control ourselves. I know, it sounds like either, it's a big deal, where, it's going to be hard to do that. Or we don't think we can at all. I say this. From my perspective, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Because quite frankly, I was toxic. I loved causing trouble and manipulating people and stuff like that. I loved to cause trouble. I'm not that way anymore because I realized how much trouble I caused. And how, like I said, I affected other people around me. It was so very easy to make me angry. A few people I knew growing up used to tease me that I was the Hulk, and it was fun to, get me all worked up. Yeah, I understand that. Because quite frankly, I did the same thing to other people. So now, I try and turn that around. I try and, pass on what I've learned. You can take my advice or not. It's up to you. I can't make you do anything. All I can do is make suggestions. If you like it, great. If you don't, sorry. But it's all in your hands. You only allow what you allow. If you allow yourself to be negative all the time, that's just it. You are allowing yourself to be negative. And I can tell you, it's very controllable. Like I said, it took me a long time to get through it, and I'm not perfect by far. I slip. It's a constant thing for me. I always have to keep my guard up in some way. I have to back my anger down and think rationally, logically. And that's one thing that has helped me helped me a lot, is logic. Hey Scrimshaw, good to see you. Logic has been my go-to. And if I could teach everyone, I would teach them that, if nothing else. Logic. Even-minded. Even thinking. Being of the mind in the center. So that way you don't fall on either side. You can almost use it as an observation point for your psyche. Hey Callie, welcome. You can use it for a high point for your psyche and observe both sides. That's kind of the way I think about it. It's not a perfect system. It's got flaws, but I'm a work in progress, and I will be until the day I die. Maybe even longer. Who knows? Soak it up, people. This is good stuff. Meditation is something I came into later on. I was probably, just about getting into my 20s. And I was trying to search for a way for myself to calm down. And someone suggested to me meditation. Well, it's been suggested to me before, but I had no idea how to meditate. I really was clueless. How do you make your mind quiet? I had no idea, because I've known nothing but constant chatter in my brain all my life. But I tell you this, you can quiet your minds. You can do it. I know you can. I have every bit of confidence in you all. Because like I said, if I can do it, anybody can. I know how much mind races. I know about thinking about 6 different things at once. And trying to keep your hands busy so that you don't think of as much stuff at once. Try to focus on one thing to do when you were thinking about 6 different things else that's going on in your life. I get it. I do. But peace of mind is part of your health. Mind, body, and spirit. That's no bullshit. Like I said, though, I was about 20 when someone actually offered to teach me how to meditate. And they used music kind of like this. We sat there, did the cross-legged thing and, all that stuff. And got in, what do they call that? The lotus position or some shit? You got your hands on your knees, facing upward, And quite frankly, I wasn't able to accomplish it. It was probably within a month. Yeah, about twice a week I would go and hang out and try this. And it was about a month later when I actually started to realize what I needed to be doing, instead of basically think about, okay, after I leave here, I have to go and do this. After I do that, then I can do that. And then I can go home, and then I got to do that at home, and this, But I started to realize how I was able to quiet each one of those. And that was the key. I learned how to quiet those individual thoughts. Put them to the side. They weren't gone. They were just off to the side and muted down. And I was perfectly aware of them. They were there, like I said. But I had taken control of them. I didn't actually realize it at the time, though. Yeah, like I said, I was a work in progress, still am. But it was the first time where I actually went, oh, I get it. Focus determines your reality. And that's no kidding. Something simple about meditation is concentrating on your breathing. Even if you say in your mind, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Eventually, you'll be so focused on the breathing itself, you won't even say that in your mind anymore, and it'll be quiet. Now, at this point in the meditation, you could choose to do many different things. You can actually reach into your psyche and pull out a problem and examine it. It no longer pulses through your brain like blood pulsing through your veins. It's something in itself, like a cup or a bottle on your desk. You can pick it up and look at it, examine it. You can taste the inside of it if you want. But it's yours to control because it's a part of you. And your conscious mind is very powerful. That's why I say you can do this. Each thought, think of as one thing in your brain, on your shelf in your brain, that you can take down and put back up as you require. This is a little glimpse of how I do things in my mind. I do that very same thing. I have a place for, well, I can't say everything because, like I said, still work in progress. But my mind is pretty uncluttered, which allows me to quiet it easier. It's like a chain reaction. You clean up one mess, and the others don't seem as bad. Hey, conservative patriot, good to see you. And so, with that, I have taken it and used it as a tool to calm and quiet my mind. Like I said, there's many different things you can do once you get to that quiet point. You can take something off the shelf and examine it. You can keep yourself blank and just allow yourself to heal. Because yes, you can heal while meditating. And you can well, I say that you can heal others also. Your aura, for lack of a better term, could be that mechanism for it. Just like I was saying earlier about anger and hostilities and stuff like that. You can affect people around you. I mean, everybody's heard stories about prayers and people getting together, pray upon one thing, and It manifests because the human mind was made to do so. And that we are unlimited. You understand that? You are unlimited. You confine yourself to the haywire thinking in your brain. You allow yourself to do this to yourself. There's a quote. Let me find it real quick. There it is. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. In taking control of your emotions, you cut all chains to anyone else being able to manipulate. Think about it. If somebody's trying to antagonize me, they can only do it if I allow them to. Plain and simple. And that seems to be a real good thing in itself right there. Plain and simple. It's always best. The more complicated it is, the more it gets complicated. The less peace you have in your own mind. Have you ever gone out to camping? And everybody sits around the fire and everybody's all loud and drinking and playing a guitar and, everybody's just doing their thing. But at one point, it seems like every time that I've gone camping and had a fire going and all that, at one point, everybody is staring at that fire, not saying a word, even if they're shit-faced drunk. They stare at that fire and they start contemplating because they focus on that fire. It's entrancing. Use that. Set yourself down in a dark room. Light yourself a candle. Stare at the flame. Focus only on that flame. Things may flash through your mind at light speed. Several things. But keep focusing on that flame, and eventually that light speed in your mind will slow down to the point where instead of it whizzing by you, hey Trailer Hood, good to see you. That light speed that's flying by you will be coming by so slow you could snag it right out of the ether and examine it, just like pulling something off your shelf in your mind. Control over yourself is control over everything. And the more negativity we have to deal with in everyday life, the more we need this. We need this peace of mind in ourselves. Our emotions will be our downfall if we allow them to. I say we don't allow them. We don't need any more stress than we already have. Why would you invite more? Get it under wraps and it won't be as big. It won't be as chaotic. Yeah, that's true. Television is not a focal point. That's a point of artificial... Well, that's actually a good point in itself. artificial signals that our brain allows in. You can become a drooling idiot watching TV. And quite frankly, same thing with your phones. The flicker rates, all that stuff, designed to keep you entranced. You can't do without your phone, it's too important. The only reason it's important is because you allow it to be. These are just things that, conclusions that I've come to. Like I said before, you can take it and do something with it or not. That's all up to you as an individual soul. You can either allow this to affect you or not allow it to affect you. Everything is in your hand, in your mind. And what's in your mind is under your complete control. You just haven't taken complete control yet. I want you to take control. Things will improve around you. People will react differently to you. And yes, positivity in itself is a good thing. Absolutely. The more good you do, the better you feel, the more it exudes from you. I've done several little experiments. Like many of you might already know, I'm based in science. I love fact and knowing that something is concrete, or knowing that it's theory and still up in the air. But that rock-solid connection has brought me here. Some would say it's taken me away from science, but I beg to differ. I say that all this is connected. I always say it, and I will keep saying it because I know it to be true. You can draw a line from one thing to another thing easily. It's the same thing as diving down rabbit holes. But taking control of yourself imparts an energy that is contagious. The same way as walking down a street and smiling to somebody, and they later on smile to somebody. Then later on, that person smiles at someone else. A chain reaction of good vibes. To put it hippie-like. Exactly that. It's just a different area of science. All of it is connected. And I gave the example earlier of walking into a room full of people. You can tell where the negativity is in that room if you pay attention. Your gut doesn't tell you wrong. I am convinced of that. So if you get a bad feeling around somebody, go with it. Because chances are you're right. And whatever that entails, that's up to the, where you're at and what's happening at the time. But your gut will always serve you. But if your mind is distracted all the time, you're not going to be able to hear your gut. You're not going to notice, and it's not going to become a obvious thing to you. Because quite frankly, I didn't listen to my gut a lot because I didn't recognize what it was. It's your instincts telling you yes or no, run or hang around. That's your subconscious communicating with your conscious. So I go back to knowing yourself. Ask yourself small questions when you have dilemmas. This is one thing that I've taught myself. If I have a dilemma, should I take a day off of work or should I, go and jam with some buddies? Well, if I go and jam with my buddies, I lose out on pay and hours and stuff like that. Plus, it may hamper a decent relationship, between you and your boss, or something along those lines. Your gut will tell you what's right, because we all have that ability. Yeah, I have a hard time passing up going out and doing some jamming. But I'm not gonna, pass up making money that I need to, do my day-to-day living with. I'll try and get poor after. But my work, whatever that may be, comes first, because that's a prior obligation. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Notice how much that comes around. Simple is always best. Keep it simple, stupid. KIS. That works too. A lot more than you might think. Only you can complicate things within your own mind, and only you can clarify things in your own mind. Meditation is one of those things that helps you make rational decisions. Do what's best for you. Some people have kids, and that will factor into your gut. There it is. Keep it simple, stupid. But your gut will never steer you wrong. It'll only steer you wrong if you don't listen. But how are you going to listen with all the chatter in your brain? This is the reason for what I'm doing now. Hey, Nate. Good to you. Taking the time and quieting your mind will not only be beneficial for your psyche, but it'll be beneficial to everyone around you. Because people will notice. They might not actually realize they're noticing, but they'll notice. There's something about you. What's up with you? Well, I've been meditating. Trying to keep my haywire brain from going crazy. Maybe you might get somebody else and sort out their stuff the same way. Meditation. Guys, night. Good to see you. But all this is very, very controllable by you and how you approach things, how you handle things. Clarity of mind is no joke. If you struggle with it, because, I know there's plenty of people that do. I do. Daily, if not minute by minute. But I do. But I also take time out to calm my mind and figure out what the important parts are. I'll still get through the stuff that's not as important, but I can prioritize. But this helps me prioritize, so I don't make stupid decisions like spending my rent money on a mini dirt bike or something. Indeed, Dr. Vex. Oh, actually, no, not Dr. Vex. This is what everybody should already know. I'm sure most of you already do. The thing is, you might not practice it as much as you should. With all the stuff constantly going crazy in this world, you have to be the calm center. Other people around you will depend on this, not just yourself. Yes, dirt bikes are fun. But keeping your mind clear, able to focus. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. At least in modern terminology, get vaccinated with good vibes. Exactly that. Little soul injection. Let's clean that puppy up and get it bolstered. Let's make it strong. I want to heal the world. Help me. All of us together, hell, a few thousand together could change the world. Imagine we all picked a time and focused on one thing. All of us together. Imagine how powerful that would be. Just small groups can have a big impact. Just by yourself, you can have a big impact. But if you're not up for doing the big impact thing, there's also your own personal impact. Clarity of thought is not a joke. It's something I strive to have every day. Sometimes it's real tough. I mean, just the other night, I was so frazzled, and I won't get into any details with it, but I was so frazzled about a few things, I was stressing myself out. Didn't even realize I was doing it, which is really funny. But after talking to some people, I was like, all right, I get it now. And as soon as I was done talking to them, I went and meditated. Put all the pieces together that I need to. I took something off the shelf and I examined it. I rearranged it and I put it back on the shelf. And I knew exactly why I was having this problem. So now, the only thing left to do is to fix the problem. Simple. Or at least sounds simple, but you get my meaning. Know this. I don't want any more negativity. I don't want it in my house. I don't want it in my state. I don't want it in my country. I don't want it on my planet. I want it gone. And yeah, I don't have a lot of viewers on YouTube or anything like that. I don't care. Maybe something that I say or do might transfer to someone else. And that might transfer to someone else. I'm good with that. But all I'm saying here is, the more we try, the better off we'll all be. I have no doubts in that. No doubts whatsoever. Have I really been talking for 45 minutes? Guess I have. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. That is just one little part. One little part of it. There's all kinds of emotions attached to it. Anger is just one. but it's so true with all the others. You could take out anger and put in sorrow. You could put in love. You could put in every emotion. Any person is capable of angering you. Becomes your master. Anyone capable of saddening you becomes your master. I don't know about you, but I don't want no damn master. I'm too hard-headed. Not very good at following demands. Easy bake oven instead of hate or anger. Hey, things like that, things that people do. If you know somebody that loves to bake, it's a form of meditation. Whenever I tear my guitars apart, clean them and put them back together, in the past, that was a form of meditation. Now everybody seems to think that staring at your phones is a sort of meditation. And you know what? Kind of is. Just not the natural kind. You notice that's the one thing that keeps being put in our faces on a daily basis. Hey, that was rhyming there. Is the fact that they pushing this artificial life on us. Artificial food, artificial air, artificial everything. Medicine. Exactly, Nate. Reloading, yeah, that's definitely a meditation. You're focusing on what you're doing, and you're not letting a bunch of chatter in your head keep you from concentrating. That is a low-grade meditation right there. You could enhance that, most definitely. Yeah, I never thought I would be saying anything like this. I really, really never would. I mean, even making a YouTube channel was something that you would never expect me to do. But here I am. And I've been blathering on for 45 minutes straight, just talking about trying to help you guys meditate. And maybe even help you realize that you need to meditate. It doesn't have to be something where you're sitting down for hours and wasting time or anything like that. It could be 5 minutes. All it takes is for you to do it. However long it takes is just however long it takes. But you can, once you learn how, quiet your mind quickly. Right before I turned on the record button here, I did a meditation to clear my mind. Because quite frankly, I didn't know what I was going to do once I started Monday Night Madness here. I didn't expect to actually be playing this and talking about this. But after I meditated, I was like, yep, that's perfect. It goes along with what can I do to help? This is what I'm doing. Hypnosis, yeah. Hopefully I'm not hypnotizing you guys. I'm not doing the weird, creepy voice or anything. You will bark like a chicken. I want everybody to have the same tools I have. Some people may be better using those tools than others. That's okay. Practice makes perfect. And perfect can only be defined by you. That sounds awesome. Trump calling for 21 days of prayer? Wow, that would actually be really freaking powerful. Now if he would just announce what to pray on, that way everybody could actually focus on one thing. I keep pausing because I'm just listening to the music. Sorry. I don't know if you guys have the same feeling when I'm listening to the different frequencies. Yes, focal point. I am not casting spells, Susanna. I am not trying to hypnotize. I know everybody has the capability of this. Like I've said over and over. If I can do it, you can do it. Now, however, we do have other things that may keep us from this. Of course. For instance, physical things in our environment covering up our pineal gland. We know this through science. So, yeah, we can take steps to clear that. Iodine's one of those steps, but that's for maybe a different show. This show is more or less about mental health and essentially getting everyone to be the best that they can be. Oh, that's a good point too, God's Knight. He says, I'm always in a constant state of focus, but I am capable of multitasking. Well, see, God's Knight has a military background, and in the military, they do train you in the way to meditation. It's just not what civilians might call the same thing as meditation. The military will teach you to focus. And like I said, that's basically a low-grade meditation right there. So what God's Knight is saying is absolutely true. He's able to multitask while he's in that state. Exactly. Everybody has such potential. And once you understand it, it can become effortless, just the way God's Knight is describing. Capable of multitasking. It's like second nature to him. You can think of one thing and speak about another. Or talk on the phone while you're doing paperwork. I mean, those are simple things, but still. Training yourself to do these things is imperative, I believe. If we want a future, we need to start teaching ourselves this now. And then teach it to your kids. I guarantee they'll be better kids for it. And they'll thank you later, too. I know it'd be tough for kids, but there's a time for play and a time for peace. Time for chaos and a time for peace. Well, I already said peace, but you know what I mean. There's a time and place for everything. Like I said, though, I don't have all the answers, but I can help you look for them. And there are lots of other people out there too that say the same thing I do. I mean, Shaolin monks. Hell, we all know the weird stuff that they can do and accomplish. Everyone can do it. Unless you have a problem connecting with your soul, then you might have a bit of a problem. That might be a serious problem for a great number of many people. But that's mainly because they've sold their soul. But yeah, that could be a different subject. When things are going good, you might not think about it as much. But what we've been through for the past, 6 years? This ain't no joke. Hey, Oki. Good to see ya. Guru. I'm just a guy who's passing on what I've learned. That's all. I'm no guru. I don't have all the answers. But I'd like to find them with you. Hell, just talking with other people helps me realize things that I didn't know before. And I am actually that type of person that wants constructive criticism. I mean, you can criticize me all you want, but I'm not going to pay any attention to you until it's constructive. Because as far as I'm concerned, criticism without constructiveness to it is just name-calling and bad-mouthing. It serves no purpose but to try and push other people's buttons. I don't have no use for that. And nowadays, constructive criticism is something that everybody's kind of afraid to put forth. God's Night, plastic, as long as you reuse it. I mean, anybody can walk up and go, you're fat, you're ugly, you walk funny, your eyes are crooked, and you have your mama dresses you funny. But that don't mean anything. Not a damn thing. Sticks and stones. Or rocks. That goes back to what I was talking about earlier. The only thing that can mess you up is yourself. And that is only because you allow it to mess yourself up. My experiences told me that loud and clear. And yeah, there could be hurt feelings, sure. But it takes the sting out of it if you put things in the proper perspective. Focus determines your reality. If you focus on nothing but a good life, that will be your reality. Manifestation is real. We're almost to the point where we can measure it scientifically. Hell, they might even be able to do it now. I just haven't read the article yet. But all the artificial things in our lives contributes to this breakdown in our psyche. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Thank you for reminding me, Callie. I have the links for this and for this channel in the description if you guys are interested. It's a good channel. It's got all kinds of different wavelengths in it. It's even got some rain sounds and stuff like that. That's really calming. Check it out. And if you can't quite see it, the name of it is Meditative Mind YouTube channel. 4.11 million subscribers. Kicking ass. I was the type of person that used to turn on the radio or put in a cassette tape or a CD and just listen to music for hours and hours and hours a day. No matter where I was, in the car, at home, hell, even at work. But now, I'm more apt to play this or something like it. Because I've found out that a lot of stuff that's being played out there it's not really good for you. It may be catchy and has a hook, but yeah, well. I was going to compare it to a few other things, but maybe I shouldn't. That's right. Truth does heal in time. But I would rather be listening to this than music. I mean, it's another thing I never thought I would say. I mean, hell, I was convinced I was going to be a rock star when I was younger, and I was focusing all on music. But that was me not listening to my gut. I mean, sure, I learned quite a few things and got decent. I wasn't great. But I really enjoyed playing music. I really do still. But it's not a main drive. It's a hobby. And it's something that helps me relax. Or if I keep screwing something up, it doesn't make me relax, but it can. It can make me relax. Like when the clouds are like spitting those microscopic drops, like a mist. Maybe a little bit more than a mist. Yeah, I understand what you mean, God's Night. I actually like thunder and lightning. I know you'd think it might be kind of strange in that regard because it's, you know, flash of light and a crash of thunder. But really, I marvel at it at first, but then I sink into it and just watch for it. And then next thing I know, it's my only thought, just watching for the lightning. A low-grade form of meditation. Alright. I've been just talking on and on for an hour straight, so how about we do this? I'll go ahead and throw the link in, see if you guys want to join me up here. If not, then I'll probably end up closing it out here in a little bit, because quite frankly, I would just be repeating myself from earlier if I kept going. And other people's perspective would be nice. I mean, hell, you can come up here right now and tell me I'm full of it and tell me why, I'm willing to listen. Yeah, well, that's actually a good point, Callie. Chaotic storms brings vexy peace. Well, yeah, because it's putting the chaos outside of myself. It's like a transference. The storm clouds brew up. They're filled with turmoil and churning. The wind's blowing them around. Electrons and protons spinning about, causing its trouble. Lightning strikes, burning a tree. It's all on the exterior. It's not in my mind. Perspective. The weather, when it's acting normally, can help you in your meditation. Some people, with a clear, cloudless day, sitting underneath the noonday sun, could gain more focus than somebody sitting in a dark room. Everybody has their way. It's whatever works for you. The lightning and the thunder, it just so happens to work for me. That's all. Natural chaos, good energy. I agree. It also can give you a different perspective. It can put you in your place. It's so grand, so big, so small, or so huge, and you are so small. Yeah, like I said, I'm not perfect at this. I still have my angry moments, and sometimes I don't take control of them. And sometimes I don't take control of them on purpose. Those aren't usually good days, but I make a conscious decision to go, no, I'm pissed. I want to be pissed right now. Or I make the conscious decision and going, nah, I don't want that to make me into an asshole all day. So I take it out, I catch it, I put it in a container, and I put it up on a shelf. I don't forget about it. It's still there. It's not going anywhere because that's where I put it. And when I want to deal with it, I take it off that shelf and I deal with it. Because I am in control of it. Yes, how one reacts is a conscious choice. And only you have control over that. We can say, well, this person made me do it, but that's not true. You do the things that you do. The only thing other people can do, if you allow it, is influence. Get you stirred up. That's right, God's Knight. Only you can prevent forest fires. That's right. Smokey Bear would be proud. I thought about changing the name of the show tonight from Monday Night Madness to something else because, you know, not really talking about madness, I'm talking about calming. But, it's sufficient. With all the madness in the world, yeah, I think it's sufficient. And this is the combating of madness. Yeah, you can do that, Oki. Come on up here. Works best if you have earbuds or headphones. The madness that is here is the madness that surrounds us. Now, how that madness affects us is what I'm telling you everyone can control. I mean, I could be sitting here for hours just bitching about every little thing that's going on in the world right now, which there's plenty to talk about. But that won't do anything but stir everybody else up and, well, put you in a rash way of thinking. Or I don't want that. I don't want your mind chaotic. I want you to have the clearest thought possible. I want you all to teach everybody you know to have clear thought, to be at peace with yourself, to be at peace with your flaws, to be at peace with your word jumped right out of my head, but be at peace with the good parts about you. Everybody's flawed. Boy, am I. But I'm alright with it. Because I can draw upon each one of those flaws. You can too. You can draw on your strengths. There was a quote I heard once. Remember where you keep your bravery, and so that you can pull it out of your closet anytime you need it. It works with other things too. We have control over this. Actually, I should say you have control over it. I have control over it. Give me just a moment. All right. Big drain on the internet right now. Hope I'm not being too choppy in my audio. How's it sound out there, people? Essentially,
Good evening. Good evening, Vex.
hello. Welcome, Scrimshaw.
Thank you.
How's it going with you?
Well, everything's going good. Having a good evening.
Welcome, God's Night.
Hey, God's night.
Howdy, y'all. How y'all
Howdy,
doing?
y'all.
I'm doing good, personally. I have been in a mood today that has been both goofy and contemplative, which is kind of scary if you think about the two together. How you guys been?
I'm doing all right. I just had a pretty chill day, chill night. And someone asked me to do Reiki for somebody, so I didn't. Just finished up with that. And, I see Callie posted about President Trump wanting a prayer for 21 days. So if you don't mind, I'm going to just say the Lord's Prayer.
I would
for
love
our
it.
country. Okay. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
You're welcome.
A woman.
Stop that.
A man and a woman. That was so funny, wasn't it?
I had to. It's just I had to.
That's gonna make you go into the meaning of the word amen in the first place. Don't make me go there.
Let's not go there, man. We already went
No. I love you all.
I was just being sarcastic.
I think you're funny. I loved it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Having things, a sense of humor is part of this also. I mean, I used to be self-deprecating humor. Put myself down before somebody else could do it. Now I realized how backwards that was. I still use it, but I use it in the funnest way possible, if that's possible. But I don't take myself too seriously. I've had enough of that in my life.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of us are really acquainted, and humility is our best friend now, pretty much, because, I could laugh at myself, no problem, because, I know I lack in a lot of things, and I don't pretend or boast that I know everything. That's just one thing about me. I'll tell you the truth, or I won't say nothing at all.
Yep. I've been in many conversations with you where you were being quiet, and I was like, "Hey, why are you being so quiet?" And you're like, "Oh, I didn't know much on what you guys were talking about, so I just."
Well, listened. Yeah, that's why I said, like, Vex, you know me, man. If I have nothing to say or contribute, I'm quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of do the same thing, but I like to know as much as possible, so I end up asking questions.
Yeah, I do that from time to time. If I don't know something, I'll ask about it. No problem.
My little inquisitive mind.
I have no shame in not having knowledge in things, and I have no shame asking questions.
Well,
yeah, that's actually something I struggled with recently. Go ahead, Scrimshaw.
Nobody knows everything except God, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
How can you know everything? It's just too much to know. Always searching for answers for stuff. And the more I search, the more questions there are. Oh, it's too many books in the world I want to read. I won't live long enough to read them all. I don't know.
I think you will.
I don't. No, you don't know what I want to read, man.
Oh. I have a whole bookshelf to read.
But I did just get another book off of eBay, so I'm waiting for it to come. It's a early history of Massachusetts and the country. So I'm all excited. I actually won an auction because some of the books I was bidding on, they were going for high money. But I managed to get this one for not so high, which was good.
Yeah, that's good.
lost my other ones.
Yeah, I mean, knowledge is valuable, and they know it. That's why they sell books or knowledge because it's hard to find, or it contains knowledge that most people don't have. And I mean, you got to pay the price if you want that knowledge.
Well, they've been purging a lot of books out of
Oh yeah,
libraries and stuff.
oh yeah, they have.
You know,
They've
if
been
it
doing that for a
hasn't
long
gone
time.
out for a while, then they just get rid of them. So a lot of books are hard to come by. So it amazes me. Like, I was looking at copies of the Geneva Bible, and they wanted thousands for them on eBay. I was like, wow. I mean, and like for just like one page or something, like they were taking them apart and selling the pages. It's like, what the deuce? But I really want to look at that, so I think I'm just gonna have to find some kind of internet archive and look at it that way.
Oh yeah, you can find it on the internet if you searched for it
Yeah,
and read it digitally.
I hate reading digitally, though. That's one of my things I hate to do. I like to have a physical book in my hands, but
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Reading on your screen just strains the hell out of your eyes, and I don't like it.
yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
Used to work at the library down the street here for about 9 years. I guess I worked there. And all of a sudden, my boss retired, and then we got a new librarian in, and she purged like 50,000 books out of 75,000 books. And a lot of them were sitting outside in boxes in the rain.
Ah,
I was like, well, the morning that a lot of them were sitting down there, I started driving down the street and I saw those boxes and I sat there and cried. I know it sounds weird. If you work so long, you know what kind of effort that man put into trying to get the collection going and keep a good collection there. You would have cried too. But anyways, I just cried. I took a picture of that. I call it the wall of boxes of books. And that's what happens in a lot of cultures. So, you know, they just get rid of books so easy. And they'll burn books. You know, change history, burn books. And
It's one of the reasons why they were making everything digital. So it'd be easier to get rid of it.
yeah, but now they're wiping it off. Wiping it off the net.
yep.
So
No backups here. A lot of times they don't back it up electronically.
no. I know, it's like people were telling me, like, this is, what is it called? The Wayback Machine or something?
Yeah.
Here. And some people are telling me that things are getting wiped off of that. I've never really looked at that thing.
Yeah, there's like a section that's an archive for the internet.
So, I don't know. We're in a weird time. That's all I can say.
That's for sure.
Whatever knowledge you got, try to keep it somehow. You know.
Yeah, it all stays in my head practically, and I'll just pass it on. That's it.
I wish I'd have kind of paid attention more in school whenever I was in creative writing.
Yeah.
'Cause I would really love to have that skill right now. I would write so many damn books.
Well, I decided I'm going to start writing a little bit about what's been going on and my perspective so that it can be saved for the future.
There you go.
Like a, I don't know, almost like a journal. Something like that. I started writing a couple of books and I just lost my energy toward it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do because there's just so much going on right now. someday maybe somebody will find this mess and figure it all out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That was part of the rationale I put forth to myself whenever I started the YouTube channel, because I was like, well, if nothing else, I'll have a history of what's going on,
mhm.
and I can refer back to it.
Yeah,
But that's just part of it.
yeah. Yeah, but I was surprised looking at eBay with Geneva Bibles that were thousands of dollars. I'm going, wow. Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, everything's going to get expensive.
Well, those were old Bibles, you know.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, this is being able to teach somebody how to meditate would be an excellent skill to pass on. Think about this. If everybody around you, instead of, we'll just say, half being libtard crazy types, they were all rational thinking people, how much better would the world be?
Well, I think there's crazy types on all sides. Actually,
Yeah, I agree with that.
you know, like people that are just going way the hell overboard. But
Fanatics.
I think the world would be a better place if we could all stay calm and talk to each other and listen to each other.
That's kind of the way I grew up.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you grew up that way. I grew up in a very volatile home. Was much peace.
Oh, I wasn't talking about my home life.
Yeah.
No.
But I mean, like, even in school was weird. I don't know. It was just weird.
I was
I
just
know I'm
thinking
a
of,
lot more at peace now in my life than I think I ever was.
oh, I know that's a fact for me. I am definitely more at peace than I have ever been. And actually, it started a while back, actually.
Yeah.
It's like I used to fear death. I don't.
Well,
It was the same way with police and judges and stuff like that. I used to fear them. I
Yeah.
don't. And I won't.
I don't really fear death right now, but I don't really want to die right now because I got too much to do.
Oh, I'm right with you on that.
You know, it ain't really my decision to make here, but you know, that's sort of how I feel at the moment. I got a lot to do yet before.
What's that phrase? Que sera, sera? Whatever
Yep.
will be, will be.
Hey, Sarah,
Yeah.
whatever will be, will be. And I sure ain't Doris Day. Sarah. No voice no more.
But yeah, I've learned to embrace that aspect.
Yeah. It's kind of funny sometimes having no voice when you had a voice.
Yeah.
And my throat got really bad damage. I couldn't sing anything, which was kind of weird. But I don't know. I've accepted where I'm at now. I don't know. I accept myself now.
Well, that's the important thing.
A lot of people don't accept where I'm at now, you know, and I'm all right with it. You know, if you don't like it, see you later.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a nice day. You know, but yeah, life's a lot better that way. I mean, I have a lot more peace. I get a little freaked out with what's going on these days, but it's easy to sit and meditate and get yourself back in the zone, so to speak.
Be the eye of the storm.
I don't know if I'm no eye of the storm.
Well, that's what how I picture it in my head. Chaos whirling around me.
I'd rather be the storm than the eye of the storm. That's just me, though.
Yeah, that's a different way. Yeah.
Well, I'm all about putting good vibes on the planet and trying to heal people and heal myself and that kind of thing. Talk with people that are having issues and try to help them get centered, you know. And sometimes I need help getting centered. I'll talk to my friends.
Sure.
Stuff I'm messed up about. But
yeah, you use the tools at hand.
I can't say that I'm 100% focused 100% of the time. That doesn't happen to me. I'm too distracted by a lot of stuff. So I really have to make the effort to sit and do the breathing. But when I do Reiki for other people, it's just like I'm meditating. I find myself pretty chill when I do that.
Absolutely.
And, I don't know. That's about it where I'm at. But I think praying or whatever it is you do that gets you in that zone, it's a good place to be. And try to send healing thoughts to the planet, because right now we freaking need it so much. The whole planet does. You know, I mean, you can get pissed off about this, that, or the other thing, but you know, I think everybody needs it right now. Some heavy shit going down.
Well, I think that the 21 days of prayer is a good thing and should be done.
Yeah.
But how about if we just go back to the way it was? You know, whenever I was growing up, when they woke up, people prayed. When you went right before you went to sleep, you prayed.
Yeah.
If we just make that the norm again.
There shouldn't be a face or a voice to tell you when you should do something, how you should do something, where you should do something. It should be you doing it all the time, even if you don't want to. Do it anyways. You know, praying, meditating, reading a book.
I pray every day anyways. That's no issue with that with me, but I think that concentrated prayer to help the country and to help the planet and help the people, I think is a good thing.
All right. Let's try and do that. What we were saying in chat earlier, I forgot who said it, but somebody said it earlier. Maybe it was me that said it. I don't know. But what was said was make a focal point.
Yeah.
Let's try and figure out one thing that we can all agree on to pray about every day. Or meditate on, whatever your choice. Like calm. Just the word itself. Something real simple, something real easy to remember. Just add it into your meditation and send it out to the world, to the universe.
Sounds like a plan, man.
I mean, just calm.
I hear you, Callie. Callie says, I don't need a reason to pray. I pray when I feel the need. Lately, all day, every day. You got a lot to pray about.
Never ending. We can use this to influence others around us.
Yeah. One mind at a time.
And we can lower the boiling point. Or wait, is that the right way to say it? Nah.
Sounds like a plan. Keep the pot from boiling over here. We could sure use that in this country, that's for sure.
That's true. I mean, we could think about it like this. We all go to bed at different times. We all wake up at different times. Think of the cascading effect of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It would be like when my prayer ends, somebody else's prayer begins.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like coding the world in good, calm.
Well, that's one thing to pray on for sure. I'll do it. Anybody else up for it?
Oh, I'm already doing it.
Nope.
I'm all in.
Yeah, it's a subconscious thing for me.
There you go.
I just have too many things going on consciously that I can put things subconscious in the subconscious and let it, work itself out or do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Callie, you need sleep. You need regular sleep.
Yep.
I challenge Callie. Get yourself 4 hours of sleep.
I say put some 520 Hz music on.
Ooh, yeah.
Just relax to that. Even if you can't sleep, just take some time for you. And chill out. And Susanna is making a quilt. I'm
That's-
so excited. Do
That's
we get to
awesome.
see it? What color is the fabric that you're making it from? Any
Actually-
particular pattern?
Yeah, actually, Callie, I don't think you sleep when you're dead. Technically speaking, anyway. I think you're more awake than ever.
Yeah, when I died for 3 minutes, I know I wasn't asleep. It seemed like I was dreaming for a year or more in those 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Really? Wow.
yeah. Mine get that way.
What did you see?
There was no light or Jesus, that's for sure. It's like a past life.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't see the bright light and the tunnel and the angels and the feet of God or Jesus. I didn't see none of that. I just saw or experienced a past life.
Wow.
Hmm.
Do you mind if I ask what it was?
I'm
Do you know what it
I'm
was?
pretty sure I'm a recycled soul. I know that much for myself.
That's cool.
It was pretty much during, I guess you could say, early. Well, yeah, the BC time. No, actually, more like BE, when man was just starting off with during the Bronze. Yeah, probably around Bronze Age, because I remember, light leather, light bronze armor, chariots, a war. I was leading an army. It was a really old life. That's all I can remember.
Wow, that's cool. I've had visions when I've been meditating or doing Reiki at different things that I think might have been past lives. I don't know. But one time, well, a couple times it was like Native American things. And I think I was a Native American in some kind of other life, if that's what it meant. I'm not too sure, but I did see the visions of it.
For me, I've never connected much with anything about a past life necessarily. I mean, to me, it always seemed like it was future things.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I've had visions of future stuff, weird shit like that, and I mean, hell, I could I've talked to you and Rose about it. I can remember stuff when I was the age of 1 and 2. I can still remember a lot of stuff.
That's pretty unusual, I think, for people to. I mean, anyway, anybody that I know here, like, I don't know anybody that remembered stuff from that young. You're the first person who's ever told me that they remember that.
I'll be the
Thought that was
second.
really interesting. Okay.
I'll be the second person to tell you because I remember things from when I was an infant.
Yeah, pretty much. I can recall a few things from infancy. Faces.
It's not like it's a constant thing where I can go back and remember all that happened to me. It's just like different things that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Same here. I can even remember music,
Oh yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. There's this old song that it was weird. I was like 1 or 2, and I was like going blah 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 and stuff like that, singing this song that I had never heard before. And then later on in life, it came on the radio.
Weird.
Yeah,
That's some weird shit, man.
I don't remember which song it was though. It was one of those old ones like "Runaway."
Oh, okay.
I can't remember the name of the band or whatever.
What, that song that goes run, 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 run away?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, cool.
I used to whistle that bird. I always thought of it as a bird part to it, where the guy was whistling. I don't know why. I always thought it was a bird instead of him whistling.
I don't really have memories from 1 or 2. I can remember around 3, but 1 or 2 is just a complete blank.
Yeah, I have this one memory of being in my crib, and I had this mobile that was above it, of course, and it was just different shapes and stuff like that. One of those old time ones that no power to it or nothing. It just, if you touched it, it moved. But I remember looking at the shapes and going, none of those are the same. And that's about it for that. It's like an impression more than anything.
Well, nah, I mean, I don't remember much of anything. Remember a lot from when I was around 3, but I can't remember a lot of stuff. 1, 2, none of that stuff at all. You guys, that really is amazing to me that you guys can remember that stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it trips me out because I remember things that I was like, wow. I was like, I haven't thought about that in a long time. It just comes. They show up on their own a lot of times.
Yeah. Wow.
Actually, my mom would be a good guest on this show tonight. If she was still alive, because she could tell you a few things that I've done in my past, like describe the house we were living in when I was 2. I could describe every detail of it.
Oh yeah, same here with my old family house. Yeah, we had not like because it's funny to me. I remember everything in the house. We had a lot of, even in the 80s and 90s, we still had a lot of stuff from the 60s and 70s in the house.
Oki said, I don't remember anything when I died in an auto accident while the EMTs were waiting for the coroner to pronounce me dead, but it wasn't my time.
Yeah, me neither. I've had a lot of near-death experiences, and it's just not my time. That's why I don't joke when I say it's hard for people. It's hard for me to die. It's hard for anyone to kill me, really, because I've been in so many situations where I know I should have lost my life, but I didn't. And the one time that I died, it was by my own doing. But I mean,
Wow.
that's just another long story.
I don't know. My brother got shot and he was DOA, and they had to revive him, and he kept flatlining. I guess he did that like 7 times. And he told me that he could see himself on the table, like he was floating above the table, in the operating room. And that's about all I can remember from what I'm saying. But yeah, I guess they had to shock him back a bunch of times. My dad flatlined in front of me one time. He went in for a heart operation and he flatlined, and they kicked me the hell out of the room, but he never told me if he remembered anything from it, and I never asked him. I should have. Didn't think of it at the time.
I've never had a near death like that. Well, at all.
Yeah. No. I don't think I want no near-death experiences. When God takes me, I want him to just take me.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll happily skip that part. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, I know I experienced what I experienced for a reason. What that really reason is yet, I have no idea other than, sharing it. But other than that, I really don't even know why I go, what I went through most of the time, why I went through it.
That's all right, Susanna. You don't have to share. It's not required.
Oh, we're just hanging, talking about stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know,
all we're doing.
and how they we get on it anyway.
I just know that peace of mind can help out in so many ways. And much like a few of the things I've said about political things, I think the answer is singular. I mean, just calming yourself. I mean, I will never make the bad decisions that I used to make.
Oh yeah, same here.
And it's not because I've learned my lesson, it's because I didn't listen to my gut. And I listen to my gut now.
Yep, I like to express that a lot. Listen to your, that first instinct you get that says, "Do I go left and right?" And you just have that instinct that says, "Go right." Okay, I'll go right, because if you go left, you're gonna get hurt, or you're gonna get lost, or whatever consequence of that choice is.
Right. Yeah, it's not mysticism.
It's common sense, dude. It's listening to your instincts. Yeah, it's listening to you, or
Your
Or even-
connection.
yeah, like people call it, the Holy Spirit, or a voice that's speaking to you, like, hey, I'm talking to you here. You're asking for help, but then you're not wanting the help.
Mm-hmm. It's not even asking for help. It's always there.
Well, what I mean is when people say why, or why me, or what am I supposed to do now? They're asking for that help. So when that voice comes in, that instinct is like, well, are you going to listen to me this time, or are you just going to do what you want?
Right.
Yeah.
But we're always in a constant need or state of mind for answers to questions that we have, and sometimes those answers just make more questions.
Yeah. Well, let me ask everybody, you two on panel and everybody in chat, how have you been feeling since you've gotten into the chat and listening to this music? Take stock of how you felt beforehand. Take stock of how you are now. Tell me what you think.
Well, I'll go first.
Okay.
Not much of a difference for me, because like we've talked about, me and you and Vex a lot, is I've already not really mastered, but have already got a good grasp of moving, seeing and moving beyond myself. So I'm already toward that point where I'm pretty much calm most of the time, unless I have to get serious. Like we talked about it, like I say, and I jokingly sometimes say, I mean, I could be an asshole when I want to. I mean, I could be the nicest person in the world when I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I can switch it on and off. But I mean, the music is cool. It's relaxing, but I love music. It doesn't matter what it is. But for me, I'm pretty much the same state of mind right now.
Okay.
It's not much difference.
I don't know. I'm pretty relaxed, but I had been praying and doing some Reiki beforehand, and I was pretty relaxed. I'm a little more relaxed, I think, listening to the music.
For me, I was pretty much the same in a way. I was before I did that, put on the music. I was kind of, I guess, a little hyper and I was in a goofy mood essentially. I was on Telegram and joking around with people, and I was just like that all day. I mean, outside of being at work, but don't really have time to be goofy at work. But yeah, I was kind of goofy. Now I'm not as goofy, but I do feel more relaxed. Didn't really have a lot of negativity to start, but now I have none. I don't think I could have an argument right now if I tried.
Now, I saw a lot of things that I found extremely difficult to listen to today, and I was listening to a lot of news, which wasn't too good, but that's about it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot of my
Here comes-
experience.
And here
Yes.
comes Miss Red Badger.
A lot of my experiences have not really calmed me down, but humbled me. I've been humbled by a lot of my experiences through life.
Well, that sure is true for many people.
Yeah, something like this. I just know I would hope it could be nothing but beneficial.
Yeah, well, hopefully people take time to relax and get away from that stuff for a little while.
Yeah.
It gets to be much. We're just inundated with it. There's a lot of reasons why I don't watch a lot of stuff, but what I did today, and I found myself not too happy. I mean, I wasn't like angry, but whatever. Oh, cool. Ms. Red Badger saw some very beautiful flowers. What kind of flowers, Ms. Red Badger? What'd you see?
Hokey
I could
says,
use a little goofy too, Okie Dean.
yeah, he says I was always goofy at work, but was efficient and knowledgeable in my work. Yeah.
Yep,
Cool.
I work
I mean-
somewhat the same way at work.
For me, I kind of turn off my, like, that aspect of it. I call it work mode. Many people have it. But, yeah, I don't really do anything but think and listen to music, essentially, the whole time at work. So I'm not really joking around or anything like that with other people.
Now, where I used to work, my first job at GE was as a sweeper. And I sweep the floors and the bays and, dig out all the chips and stuff from the inside of the lathes, which were, probably as long as my house. And they'd stick you down there in a ladder and you'd have to shovel all the metal chips out. Stuff like that. And anyway, there was like 3 days, so there was like 3 long, I don't know what you call them, 3 long areas that had to be swept. Sweeper worked, and one worked in each bay, so when the machines were going in the 3 bays, I'd sing, and if they could hear me in the next bay, then I knew that I was singing right, and I could project my voice to the next bay. So I was always singing when I had my broom. And then I was trying to memorize operas and stuff, so I'd be writing out phrases I was trying to remember and sticking them on my broom. Singing them when I was sweeping. It was fun. Then I drove a fork truck for a while. Then I ran a machine. That was fun. Fork truck was very fun.
Yeah, I used to do that myself. Hey, Common Sense, Common Law. Good to see you.
We need to
It
put
says-
on some 520 for Miss Red Badger. She's not liking the 417 or whatever the hell it is.
Well, of course
Hey,
not.
common sense, common law. I like Lily of the Valley too. It smells so nice.
Yeah. This frequency is messing with her frequency.
Well,
Spend hollow points make nice. Well, they bloom nicely. Let's just say that.
I loved working in a machine shop. I wanted to be an operator of those big lathes that they had in there because I loved working on lathes when I was younger. I used to work with wood, make
Yeah,
captain's chairs.
He works on engines.
Oh, cool.
He practically lives in a machine shop.
Cool. Yeah, they made turbine engines where I worked.
Ooh, yeah, I like Jasmine too.
Jasmine is nice, but Lily of the Valley's in my yard.
I don't even know what those are, actually.
Lily of the Valley is like these little white bell-shaped flowers, and they grow on like one stem, and there'll be one at the end, and then there'll be a bunch of these little bells growing down the end on either side.
Okay, I know
Yeah.
which one you're talking about.
Yeah, and if you get to smell the perfume called Muget de Bois, it's an older perfume that smells like Lily of the Valley.
Yeah, chances are I won't come across that.
Oh, nice. Honeysuckle is the bomb. My girlfriend bought a honeysuckle plant when I lived in Rockport. Oh my God, was it awesome. I'd love to get one for here.
There's duality for you. Common sense, common law just said they're also poisonous.
Yeah, but they smell pretty damn good. You don't have to eat them.
I like the scent of cedar.
I do too.
Oh,
Either fresh cut cedar or just being in a nice little gully of cedar trees or freshly cut pine.
I like the smell of orange blossom.
Oh hell yeah! Out here we got a lot of orange blossoms, cherry blossoms, plum blossoms, apple blossoms.
I used to get some kind of orange blossom perfume.
Did I say
believe it or not.
orange? Yeah, I said orange.
Orange blossoms.
Oh yeah, almond blossoms too smell nice.
Here in Missouri, we got those stinky dogwood trees.
Well, tell us about it, common sense, common law. Tell us about the historic, symbolic meaning of the Lily of the Valley. I don't think I've ever smelled heliotrope, Kelly. Hi, Veritas.
Hey, Veritas, good to see you.
What's up, Veritas?
We're having another chill stream.
Oh, gardenias. I haven't smelled gardenia for ages. I don't have any gardenias, but I used to have some gardenia oil when I was young, and I used to wear that all the time. That and lilac. I love lilacs. How you doing, Veritas? Oh, nice.
Tonight's all about chilling and knocking off them negative waves.
Roses are beautiful, yeah. A lot of people put sugar on the flowers. They coat them with sugar somehow, and they eat them, or they put them in salads.
Yeah, you can eat most
Violets and stuff
flowers.
like salads.
Or make teas out of them. Yeah, they got a lot of purposes or multiple uses. Petals, flowers.
But watch out for the poison.
Yeah.
You just gotta know what you're doing. Common sense.
Yeah.
It's like, oh hey, I know how to make this tea out of what was that? Wolf's Bane or Nightshade, and but there's a certain process to it, so don't kill yourself or poison yourself.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Stargaze lilies.
They symbolize the positive change in life and also the tears of Mary from the crucifying of Jesus.
Ah,
Lily of the Valley? Wow, that's weird. I don't know what stargazed lilies are.
I've heard of them. Don't know what they are though. Never been
Yeah,
a flower person.
Yeah, me neither. I like trees and dirt and clay and sand, stuff like that. Rocks.
The only roses I know anything about are the only flowers I know anything about are roses, and that's because I used to give them out.
Yeah. So God's Night, you work with clay?
When I was younger, yeah, I tried my hand with clay, modeling clay, molding clay, even plaster, like plaster
Nice.
Paris and stuff. But I prefer drawing rather than sculpting with my hands.
Oh, nice, Okie. Hibiscus, you can make tea with hibiscus flowers.
Yeah, it's called Jamaica in Spanish. Really good for you.
Or you can make tea out of dandelions too.
Yeah.
I'll
Take
take some pictures, Callie, of your stargazer lilies and post some in Discord or something. Love to see them.
Yeah, I never explored too much into any type of gardening. And if I did a little, it was more along the lines of growing food, not flowers.
Oh,
Yep, same here.
we always had a big garden, but I haven't been doing big gardens these days. I just have some few flowers and a couple tomato plants out on the deck in containers right now.
Yeah, I've
But-
grown Brussels sprouts, asparagus, potatoes, tomatoes, cabbage,
Nice.
a bunch of stuff. In the past, not now.
One year we grew so many tomatoes, I made Italian tomato sauce and canned it for days. We had it all winter.
8-foot-tall sunflowers.
Buy
that
some
normal?
buy
Yeah, those
some
are cool.
for yourself.
Yeah, those are cool. Sunflowers. Those are
Veritas,
cool
buy
flowers.
yourself some freesia. If you can. It's nice to buy yourself some when nobody's there to buy you any.
Rafflesias and Baldonas.
I grew sunflowers last year. They were nice. They didn't grow as big as I thought, but then I ended up tilting over a bit.
You must have a lot of problem with birds with sunflowers.
I don't know, my sunflowers never seem to have a problem with the birds, but people next door used to feed the birds, so I don't think they even realized the sunflowers were there because they fed the birds so much. Well, that's because it's real warm where you're at right now.
Yeah, a lot of plants wilt when the heat is too intense for them. They start to lean and go a little limp.
I think it's because we had a lot of rain. We had a lot of rain this year, too.
Yeah, not here. They had a lot of heat but no rain.
You got a lot more different birds than we have here, Miss Red Badger. Constitutional government in Arizona.
Tonight's light reading.
Oh, something to tear your hair out over? Is that something you have to translate every word?
Yeah, I hope you have better luck than I did reading my Constitution, because I have to keep reading it.
Oh,
Oh yeah, same with California, dude. They're either always adding or taking out or leaving it alone. A lot of times there's. Go ahead, Rex.
I was just going to add that with me, it's not that. It's the fact that me understanding what it's saying.
sometimes you have to read things over 50 million times to understand it.
Right. That's me.
Tell me about it.
This type of legal and lawfulese.
Yeah, the double speak. Yeah.
Well, that, and have to imagine how they spoke when they originally wrote it. To me, it's just confusing because it's almost like another language.
Dude. Well, it's whimsical, dude. That's pretty much how they do it. It's just whimsical. It's just whatever words they grab out of the air. That's what it is now. They don't put no thought into it, no critical thinking, no theories to base anything off of. It's just whatever they want it to be, it is. See, they're manifesting shit. They're manifesting things out of thin air and using it for themselves while we're sticking our thumbs up our asses.
Are you talking about what's going on today?
Well, even back then, just the progression of it.
Well, I know they put a lot of thought into the Constitution and Bill of Rights and all that stuff.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about current, how it's changed, the second Constitution, third Constitution,
right?
And then everybody's state constitution, which goes into a second Constitution, and then now the legal system, the judicial system, everything is changed multiple times. It's changed, what do they call it, under new management?
Kind of. It's kind of sort of like it is.
Yep. Oh, sorry, guys. Government's under new management now.
Has been, but yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how many corporations have owned us so far. I know our country's gone bankrupt 50 bazillion, well, not 50, a bunch of times. And then new corporations would own us, so.
I'd like to put a distinction in there that it's not us, it's them.
Yep.
Yeah.
They buy up their debt, not ours, because I really haven't racked up any debt.
Right.
They owe me money. They owe all of us money.
Lots of money.
Yep.
Common sense, common law goes under new dictatorship, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brought to you by Pepsi.
Oh shit, huh?
I think all politicians should have to wear patches on their jackets, who they represent.
Yeah, I agree.
Like NASCAR drivers.
Oh, that'd
their
be
cars
funny.
and everything.
Or who's sponsoring them? Like, who's paying them off?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. I mean,
I'm being paid by Pfizer.
Yeah. My pants brought to you by Pfizer.
Yeah. It's Carl's Jr.
Yeah. Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Mickey D's.
Change
How
to a
about a chain
doghouse.
to a doghouse? Oh man.
Yeah, it's sad and hilarious at the same time.
I know. Yeah.
Rational thinking. Everybody needs it. Nobody uses it.
Most of the time, it's just thinking in general, dude. They don't, not even irrational. A lot of people aren't even irrational anymore, because even being irrational does take a little semblance of thought to be irrational, just to counter someone who's rational. Now it's just my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like so messed up that it's like normal to be irrational these days.
Yeah, that's what
For,
happens
like,
when
some
we
people.
take all the insanity and out of the insane asylums and give them jobs in our government.
Yep.
Yep.
Time to fill those insane asylums back up.
Yeah, gotta start opening them back up or building new ones. I mean,
Hey, that's a good idea.
It is. We
Maybe
just can't let the Democrats get in control of them again.
again, exactly.
They turn into fucking little science experiments where they have free reign to poke and prod at everybody's head and brains and shit. Yeah.
Well, since they're making science experiments
Well-
out of the people, I think we should just let them go be science experiments, our politicians.
Well, one of the best examples is from DC Comics, the Arkham Asylum.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, this. The mind is an easy thing to mess with.
Well, words in general are tools of destruction or creation. I mean, that right there, you can break someone down with just one word. You can probably break someone down and destroy them completely, or you can heal them or help them understand how to heal themselves, or teach them with words, using words, open up new doors. Go ahead.
I was reading someplace. Oh, I think I was on looking at someone's show, and they had this list of the 10 experiments that our government was doing on people, and it was really awful. And I don't know, they just been experimenting on us for a long time.
Well, because we have not taken oversight back.
Nope.
We've been allowing them to do this because, quite frankly, we weren't taught that we had oversight. So they've been just doing what they wanted, and they've been, well, lawyering up our government ever since.
Well, I don't know. I think they've just been doing what they wanted and keeping it secret. You know?
Yeah, we got to reboot back to Windows 7.
Yep,
Let's just reboot back to Windows 7 and we'll be all right.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't need a bunch of updates for my computer to work.
Exactly.
I got Windows 10. I hate it.
Everyone hates Windows. I don't think there's anybody that likes Windows 10 that has, a quarter or a third or half a brain.
I miss XP.
I mean, I loved Windows 7. There was nothing wrong with Windows 7. It's just progress. So,
I liked XP a lot. It was simple, but you had little doodads and gadgets you could play with.
yeah.
It was before all the control.
Yeah, Windows Millennium or Millennium. I think it's Millennium. Windows Millennium just ruined it all.
Yeah, that's probably true.
They were like, you know what, fuck it, let's just screw it all up and make people get this crap, and then we'll just continue to give them crap after this. And they'll think it's cool and awesome because you get more little applications and functions and emojis.
I don't know.
Yeah, mad scientists putting out computer systems. Go figure.
Now they gotta keep the computer companies making money. That's all it is.
Yeah, because everything's on the internet now. Everything's digital, everything's electronic.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
and you're supposed to get a brand new phone every year. Brand new computer every year.
I miss the times that things would last for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the selling points.
Yep.
Now
And
you can get another one next week.
and even a lot of those lifetime items that lasted a long time still had a pretty good, like a 10-year plus warranty on it. Now it's just 1 year, and then you got to pay for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anybody still have a Maytag washing machine?
Nope.
No.
I have a few family members that still do, that live in the homes they were raised in through the
Yeah.
through family. They never moved out. They just keep the family there.
Actually, I don't remember what my washer and dryer are. I know they're old.
Yeah.
I've had my washer and dryer for about 10 years now, or more. Still keeps chugging along.
Yeah, I mean, like you talked about your truck, dude. For
Mhm.
example, you treated it well, you put, your energy into it, and then appreciate it. And a lot of things are like that. We got to take care of things like we appreciate them, and that energy does affect things. Our energy does affect our surroundings.
Oh,
Even if it's an
absolutely.
inanimate object.
Absolutely. I mean, if I hadn't gave a damn about the truck, it would have died a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I would have just been shit out of luck. But yeah, you pay attention to something like that, you invest in it.
Yep.
And it repays you. Same thing you can do with your mind.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, dude. Especially, yeah. I mean, your body too. You maintain it, you take care of it, and like what this whole pretty much the show is about is being more positive and absorbing good energy versus bad energy. Stress, anger, being upset.
Absolutely.
I mean, those are natural things, but don't dwell in it. Don't fester and stew in it. Let it pass through.
Exactly.
Like we talk about, dude. Like you bring it up too, supplements. That's pretty much giving your body what it needs. You're not constantly feeding it junk. You're putting in things that it needs for it to work properly, to function, to heal itself, to work, to last longer.
Yes. And mind, body, and spirit.
Yep.
It's all the same thing, yet separate. Each thing requires a different thing to be nourished. If you don't give it nourishment in one area, it will falter. Don't let it. And I didn't understand that up until relatively recently. Because quite frankly, my spirit was in turmoil. But we touched upon that a little earlier. With the feeling of, didn't want to die and, the fear of it. Now I don't fear it. Because my spirit was lacking. Now it is not as lacking. I'm working to make it whole. And I just want to help others do the same thing. I mean, I kind of understand what, some of the Christians or, people from church in my past was trying to tell me. How they would essentially, say, I feel such a peace whenever I pray and all this stuff. I didn't believe it. I didn't understand it. But now I kind of understand it. I get it. It's not the same way that they probably understand it, but I understand it how it works for me.
That was their form of meditation.
Yeah.
To clear themselves, to set what's feeding at them aside, or even resolving it.
Or in this lady's words, giving it to God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Let it
jump
be.
off, Vex.
Okay. Thank
I
you for
gotta
coming
get
up, Screnshaw.
You're welcome. I have to get up early, so I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody.
All right, good night, Rose.
Night. Have a good one. Thanks for having me up, Vex.
Not a problem. Anytime, you know that. Sweet
Yep.
dreams.
Sweet dreams, y'all.
Eh, Peace of mind can be a hell of an asset. And this is what I wish for you. You can clear your mind, make good decisions, understand yourself. This is what I wish for you.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like that little quote I have, dude. I see beyond the plight of humans. That includes me. Like I said, man, I've learned how to move and see beyond myself. I mean, me, I'm insignificant, man. I mean, to me, I really don't matter in the aspect of greater things. Because I mean, I don't always put myself ahead. If someone needs help, I'll set aside what I'm doing to help them. Even if they ask, especially if they ask, I'm just not gonna go out and be like a lot of these people with the misconception of, oh, I can feel what you're feeling and you need help, but they don't want your help. So I mean, like we talked about before, it's just the approach. If you execute the approach properly, well, then you'll probably have a better chance of understanding and helping. But if you're just like, oh, hey, man, I can see by your face and your energy and your mannerisms and blah blah blah. I can read you like a book, and I know you're struggling. You can't approach people like that. They see you as pompous and arrogant.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Speaking with other people, trying to calm them down or whatever it may be, it can be difficult because you can't calm down a person that doesn't want to be calm.
Right.
And that's part of the problems we're talking about, because we're seeing a lot of that everywhere. You can't talk them out of it. So you have to let them throw their fits.
Yep.
What you can control is yourself. And the more you know about yourself, the more you can control yourself. I understand a lot of the different aspects of myself. And like I was saying earlier, I have a shelf where I keep things. And when I need to examine it, bring it down, I do so. But I have the ability to bottle it back up and stick it back on that shelf whenever I choose. That's the important part.
Yeah.
And it goes into everyday life. Oh, my boss pissed me off today. Why'd you let him piss you off? You see what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, it's simple. But I can understand how it might be difficult to understand. If I went through most of my life knowing that I was going to be an angry old man, essentially. Seriously, though. I mean, it's funny, and quite frankly, I could be an angry old man if I wasn't where I was at today. It would be very, very easy for me. Because quite frankly, there's a lot of ammo in the world that could keep me just fired up 24/7.
Yeah.
Hell, that's what Alex Jones is for.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Making the freaking frog scary. But I don't even, watch Alex Jones as much as I used to, just because I don't need that aspect. I don't need to be revved up.
Yep.
I can understand where a lot of people would need that. Causes motivation. It could be beneficial. But I don't need that anymore. Because I have my anger on a shelf. And if I need my anger, I can pull it down. And I can use it. At will.
Yep. That's how I say it, man. It sounds weird, but yeah, like I said, I can just switch it on and off whenever I want to.
I mean, after you start putting things in its proper place in your mind, the possibilities are endless. Because you can pick and choose what emotion you put forth.
Yeah, and a great example you brought up were the monks, dude. They've mastered themselves. They've literally mastered themselves. Cosmically, physically, spiritually. They've mastered themselves.
Yes. Now, they would say they still have a lot to learn.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because that's part of the philosophy in itself. And just like me, I'm not up to their level. I don't ever claim to be. But I got a lot to learn.
Yep. I agree.
And that's what I believe life is really about. We have a lot to learn. Learn as much as you can. Book knowledge, common sense, emotional knowledge, self-knowledge. We're here to learn and bring those back to God. That's my view anyway.
Also, it's not the spaghetti monster. I mean, most people believe in the spaghetti monster.
Well, yeah, but Spaghetti Monster hangs out behind Mars or something.
I thought it was like Neptune or Jupiter. I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about spaghetti monster.
Yeah, I'm not too well versed on Spaghetti Monster either. I just know he just hangs out somewhere out there and, tentacles and,
Spaghetti tentacles.
I think it has a home base in wherever they make hentai.
Oh yeah, probably the tentacle monsters. Yeah, you're right. I agree with that.
The sock monster? Sock monster, the one that steals the left socks? And no, that's a left sock land. It's where all the stuff goes that you misplace.
Yeah.
Duh. That's dimensional.
Oh yeah, it is, dude. That's like a whole another dimension in itself.
Mm-hmm. Spaghetti Monster's just out there hanging somewhere.
Like at one of those Galaxy gas stations.
Yeah. He's the one who put the bathroom out of order.
Yeah. Or an intergalactic truck stop. There we go.
Yeah.
Or interdimensional. Who knows? I mean, I'm not, like I said, I don't know how that guy works. What kind of abilities he has.
Yeah. I have to get a Spaghetti Monster expert on and interview him.
Yeah.
So, what kind of sauce is it?
I think flat earthers are part of the spaghetti cult too. I'm not sure.
You gotta be kidding.
I could be wrong. That's what I'm saying. I'm not too sure. But I think I've run into a few flat earthers that talked about spaghetti monster. As
yeah, Veritas, I remember that. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. In the South Park episode with the sock elves. That's not true. I lost a shirt in the wash once. And honestly, I've only lost one sock and I found it again because it stayed in the dryer. So I haven't lost a sock, at least ever since I've been doing my own laundry.
Yeah, sometimes I think I've lost socks, but I end up finding the other one. The left one.
Usually it's right where you dropped it.
Yeah.
Commonwealth Common Sense says, sometimes I fill my bathtub with spaghetti and pretend I'm a meatball. Well, you are a meatball. They don't go anywhere. See, that's the whole thing about it. It's a trick. I don't lose my socks because I pay attention to what I'm doing. That's all. That's simple. I haven't, like I said, I've never lost a sock except for the one I left in the dryer when I started doing my own laundry. because I paid attention to what I was doing. But when my mom was doing my laundry, she'd always lose stuff. Who's lying? About you being a meatball? You're the one who said it.
I like to pretend I'm a meatball in my bathtub full of spaghetti.
Half a sock per wash? Dude, you got a bad dryer. Get a new dryer. It's eating up your laundry.
It's disintegrating those socks. Dryers don't like socks.
Half a sock a wash.
That's like saying I only get half of my boxer briefs back after a wash and a dry.
Yeah, I lost the left side last time I did my laundry. It's really awkward.
Only the left side got washed and the other side's gone. Yeah, I've kind of learned that trick because I mean, there's times where I wash my own laundry. I'll have like one white sock and one black sock extra, and then I come back home. I'll look around, and sometimes it goes behind. Like when I'm moving my or when I just toss them into my little hamper, sometimes they'll end up in the closet, and I don't think about checking. So when I come home, I'm like, shit, there's 2 socks that I didn't wash.
I don't know. I have a routine as far as that stuff goes, so I don't lose stuff. I just stick to the routine.
Right, I don't lose it, dude. I just misplaced it, Pretty
Yeah.
much just throwing it and not making it into the hamper. And I come back home and I'm like, well, shit, those are the socks I was looking for, or that's the shirt I was looking for.
Mhm.
I'll wash
Yeah.
it next time. Or I'll hand wash it.
Nate says, I had my phone in the hamper last night and realized that I could hear Alex in the washer after it started filling up with water.
Nice. It might be a new way to wash Alex Jones now, or just listen to Alex Jones in the washer.
Your phone dialed help for itself. That's funny.
Oh, shit. Now it's sentient. It's able to call for rescue.
Yeah, exactly. The powers that control your phone said, no, we can't let him be without a phone. We have more propaganda to give it to him. Turn on Alex
Yeah.
Jones. He'll hear it.
It's plea for help, for rescue.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and give her a close down. Got almost 2.5 hours going. The
Yeah,
first
that's cool,
hour was my big old monologue. But I want to thank everybody for coming up. Thank you, Scrimshaw, for coming up and hanging out with me, telling your stories. Thank you, God's Night, for coming up here, telling your stories. I want to invite
problem.
everyone to check out the links I have in the description for this stuff, and take care of yourselves. This is one way to do it. There's
Yeah,
many
it's good.
more.
It was good hanging out, Vex. Thank you. Good night, everybody. All right, good night, Vex.
All right, take
I'll
care.
probably hang
God's
out next
Night.
time if you do a stream again.
Oh yeah, I'll be back.
All right, later,
There's much
Vex.
more to do. Take it easy, man. Thank you again.
No problem.
But remember this: frequencies, waves, thought patterns. It all matters. And if you don't have your own house clean, you're going to have to deal with the mess. Clean up your house. You'll feel much better. And with that, I yield. And I really do mean it when I say good night and sweet dreams. You deserve it.